I say, what y'all got going on? What you doing? Evie messing with the Evie messing with the live stream. You can open up too, bro, if you want to.
All right, Shalom.
Shalom.
Before we begin, we want to give all honor, glory, and praises to
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakakadash.
Double honor to the apostles, elders, and bishops of Great Millstone who teach us daily. To you, Akwat, out there listening, we say Shalom. To the brothers out there that's teaching the likewise doctrine, we say Shalom.
Shalom.
We've been watching everything that's been going on throughout the week as far as Trump and his constituents. I mean, it's just sloppy, man. Because right now they done froze Trump. They done froze all his assets, so he can't touch his money. He can't move no money around. And if you ask me, with them doing this, they know this man is guilty. They just trying to figure out a way to get him off for real. And that should be a telltale sign that your kingdom is falling, Babylonians, especially you Edomites. Now, one thing I also notice is that you Edomites, you always coin yourself as being superior and intelligent. Are these the actions of intelligent people to destroy your own kingdom, to protect pedos, to protect lawbreakers? Are these the actions of intelligent, superior people? No. These are the actions of self-destructive, self-indulgent, emotional liars. So what makes you superior? I don't understand that at all.
Mm-hmm.
Because it seems like to me y'all stuck on stupid. Because if Trump was in any position to rule wisely, he's supposed to rule fearing the Lord, and he don't do that. He rules fearing the Khazarians.
Yep.
They're not God. So you see why your kingdom is going into shit. And I got this scripture right here that solidifies what I just said. This is 2 Samuel chapter 23. We'll start at verse 2. The Spirit of the Lord spake by me, and his word was in my tongue. Verse 3, listen to this. The God of Israel said, the rock of Israel spake to me, he that ruleth over men must be just, ruling in the fear of Yahweh. That's the only way your kingdom gonna be everlasting. These people have no fear of the Lord, says what? Psalms chapter 14, verse 1. Let's get it.
Mm-hmm.
These people ain't got no fear because they haven't been punished. Psalm chapter 14, verse 1. To the chief musician, the Psalm of David, the fool has said in his heart, there is no Yahweh. They are corrupt, they have done abominable works, and there is none that doeth good. So if you don't have the fear of the Lord in you as a ruler, it's just a matter of time before the Lord gonna shoot them skates up under you, and then you're gonna be flat on your ass in captivity.
And you not following them and not fearing the Lord also means that you are not wise.
Exactly.
At all. Because the fear of the Lord is getting knowledge and wisdom. And Esau definitely does not fear the Lord at all, because everything that Esau does is pretty much contrary to the scriptures, man.
Exactly.
Everything that the way he moves, the way he talks, he's prideful, all of these different things are against Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, man. This is Psalms 10 and 4. The wicked through the pride of his countenance will not seek after God. Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai is not in all his thoughts. See, these people, like the brother said, they both basically fear the small hats more than they will fear the Lord, because the small hats is the ones that's pretty much funding all of this stuff, all of these wars, you know, all this taxation of the American people, all that money's going to them, you know, and that's why you're starting to see the fact that this place is starting to be destroyed, and Esau, the way he's moving, he's sloppy, man. Because they don't have that wisdom that they used to have to rule this place. All of that's going out the window. This is Jeremiah 49 and 7. Concerning Edom, thus saith the Lord Yahweh of hosts, is wisdom no more in Teman? Is counsel perished from the prudent? Is their wisdom vanished? Yes. These people have lost their mind, dog, and now You can see everything that they're doing. You can see right through it, man.
Mhm.
Even with I think the two national guards that got killed.
Psyop.
That was definitely, they said that the guy was CIA. You know, they setting up these things so they can be justified to bring in troops, man. They want these people to get wilding out in these streets. Eventually it will come. Where that civil unrest will start to get real big in America, man. Y'all don't see it now, but you will see it soon.
Speaking of CIA, that lets you know right there this is a psyop, because you know who else was in the CIA before they demonized him? Osama bin Laden.
Yeah.
He was an actual member of the CIA till they decided he gonna be the fall guy. And that's exactly what they did.
Mm-hmm.
So you can't put them past this government. And matter of fact, the elder touched on it. He said that the reason they launched this psyop, because the small hats, they feel like people catching on. See what I'm saying? Like people putting two and two together. We can't have that, so they threw another distraction out there for you.
Mm-hmm.
Now listen to this right here. And this is right here. This tripped me out. It's a picture of Trump in a clown suit. And the caption says, when a clown moves into a palace, he doesn't become a king. The palace becomes a circus. And that's exactly what happened to your White House. Well, it was always a circus anyway. But Trump, he just made it known 100%. Now you can't even, Trump and his administration have been caught in so many lies, you cannot take these people seriously anymore. You can't. It's like I said a long time ago, there's nothing left to respect. Who respects liars if you're not a liar yourself? Nobody. And if you do respect that liar, it's because you're probably scared of them.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what Trump has over his administration. He has that cloak of fear over them because they know who backs him, the Khazarian Mafia.
Yep. Them small hats, man. And that's the thing that y'all gotta understand, like who's actually in power, but the Most High is ruling all of that from behind the scenes as well.
Mm-hmm.
You know, because he's moving all these people around. He's putting pawns in their spots. He's putting knights in their spots. He's putting kings and queens in their spots to do what he needs them to do. Because the will of the Lord is for America to be destroyed by ICBM missiles, thermonuclear missiles. And this is what this is leading up to. But like Elder Apostle Zahar said, I was looking at a video yesterday, a few things just got to go past first. You know, you still have the civil unrest, the famine of the word, you know. You still have the MOTB. Jacob's Trouble. And they also, and speaking of the MOTB, they trying to put that into prisons. They trying to put that in prisons, man. You know, and I had looked up, and this is not new. I looked up something before the brother got here, and in Sweden, that's where they pushing the MOTB at hard, but it's not mandated. But people are voluntarily taking it, and it is said that over 50,000 to 100,000 people has already voluntarily took the rice, man, and they use it for everyday access to their cars, their banking accounts, their homes. You know, eventually they're going to push that over here, and a lot of people going to be slaves behind it. They make it seem like it's good, but it's not, man. You're going to become a slave behind it.
You're already a debt slave.
Yeah. You're already a debt slave. You're born in a debt. You know, so when this coming to full fruition, and it will, no matter if you believe it or not, that's when all hell gonna break loose, man. You gotta make that choice, man.
See, Esau knows that he can. That's why he don't feel nothing bad behind it, because this man has psyched himself out and told himself over and over, well, these are not human, so this is not technically murder. They did this in your Constitution. When they labeled you 3/5 of a man, if you are Israelite, they did the same thing to the Indians. They didn't consider it murder because they psyched themselves out mentally and said that these people are not human. That's why they quickly slapped that label savage on them. But see, guess who does consider these people human? Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. and you will be judged accordingly for murdering his people. And there's nothing you can do, nothing you can say that's going to get you out of this. And to add more fuel to the fire, listen to this hypocrisy right here. Now, we all remember the podium talk from Trump, where he was constantly stating over and over again how he wants to rid the country of criminals, quote unquote. Listen to this hypocrisy right here. President Trump has granted full pardon to Jewish UK billionaire Joe Lewis, who pleaded guilty to insider trading charges in 2024. That's getting rid of criminals, right? Pardoning his buddies. Listen to some more hypocrisy. Bombing boats, threatening to invade Venezuela, all to stop drugs. And now he's pardoning a man who helped traffic 400 tons of cocaine into the U.S. Is this getting rid of criminals? Now, listen to this hypocrisy. Y'all notice that the Somalians and the Haitians been in the news lately, right? Because Trump came on the news and lied saying the Somalians trying to take over Minnesota. So we already see the play. Listen to this, and this is going to solidify it. President Trump ends temporary protective status for 353,000 Haitians. Mass deportation set to begin February 3rd, 2026. Now, you got to look at this from a wider lens. They're in the process of demonizing Somalians, Haitians, and Muslims. Who you think they're going to accidentally throw in the back of that van?
They come right after the Israelites.
Israelites. That's it. They trying to blur the color lines. All y'all look alike.
Yeah.
That's their end game right there.
That's how it was a Eve that lived in the U.S. for 30 years, man.
Yeah.
And they sent her overseas. They actually sent her somewhere where the judge told them not to send her. She said while she was there, while she was locked up for them 6 days, she seen people that was shackled up from head to toe, man. Yeah. And she showed her ankles and wrists swole up. They had them things tight on them, man. You know? And that's what Esau is. He's up all night pondering on the way to fuck your life up, man. Yeah. The Israelites, man. This is Proverbs 4:16. For they sleep not except they have done mischief, and their sleep is taken away, unless they cause some to fall. For they eat the bread of wickedness and drink the wine of violence. But the path of the just is as the shining light that shineth more and more unto the perfect day. But the point is, I'm going in is this 4:16 and 17 Proverbs, man. Mm-hmm. This man always, like every time you wake up, it's something else with this man. This man done signed some type of executive order. He's pointing fingers at somebody else while he's breaking all the laws, man.
Projection. This man projects himself. This man tell on himself all the time. You just got to know, you got to know how he tells on himself. And most of the time it's through projection. He'll accuse you of something that he's actually doing. And if you listen close, he will tell you everything about himself. But you got to have spiritual ears and discernment. Now listen to this. Speaking of Proverbs chapter 4, verse 16 and 17. They sleep not unless they cause some to fall. For they eat the bread of wickedness and drink the wine of violence. Roughly paraphrasing the scripture. Listen to this. I know y'all seen, like in the past couple of weeks ago, when that Edomite pastor came on TV and basically said that you should have been thanking the white man for pulling up to your shores. If it wasn't for us, you'll be living in grass huts. Little does he know, before you even came into power, we were living in castles. So how the hell were we going to be living in grass huts when we were already in castles that you and your naked ass constituents was attacking with sticks? Mm-hmm. Listen to this. So when the white man pulled up to our shores, we supposed to say thank you? Listen to this. What did Christopher Columbus bring to the West? Columbus and his entourage brought from Europe to the Western Hemisphere. This is what they brought. This is what this Edomite pastor said that we should be thankful for. Syphilis, measles, mumps, smallpox, pigs, rats, lice, roaches. Columbus was a violent killer committing crimes such as child molestation, male and female, child killing, raping of women, dog mauling, torture, feeding dead victims to dogs, and genocide.
Mm-hmm.
Now, it's like I said, before y'all got here, you Edomites, we didn't have to worry about nothing happening to our children. We didn't have to worry about nobody tainting our water, our food. We didn't have to worry about nobody putting smallpox in our blankets. We didn't have to worry about somebody snatching up our children, taking them off in the woods and raping them and possibly eating them alive.
Mm-hmm.
We didn't have to worry about none of this bullshit. We didn't have to worry about chemtrails. We didn't have to worry about carcinogens in our food. We didn't have to worry about people constantly lacing our food and water with pork.
Mm-hmm.
Our medicine. We didn't have to worry about none of this shit. So how are you a benefit to us? You got something, bro?
Yeah, that's Esau for you, man. Waste and destruction is always in this man's path, man. Everywhere he go, he brings some type of death, you know, some type of sickness, some type of oppression, colonization, you know, pushing Christianity on everybody. That's what that man does. You know, we constantly tell y'all about Esau Edom and who he is, and we constantly giving you the characteristics of this man. And like I said, he goes everywhere he goes, he's killing, man. You know, I was looking at this Russian cat in 1919. Let me see if I can find his name real quick. He Reginald Edward Harry Dyer. He was a British general, but you know them British folks, those are Edomites.
Mm-hmm.
They basically went over to a land in 1919, and they locked they locked up 1,000 Indians, man, East Indians. You know, it was probably some Jacob in there somewhere too, but they locked them up in this little secluded area where they were celebrating one of the little festivities that they celebrate. It's in the movie called Kasari 2. He goes in there with his little entourage and they mow down everybody, man. Mow down everyone. That's that destruction and that waste in his path, man. And he really didn't even get in trouble for it. He actually got away with it. But he died several years later because he was fighting some type of illness for 4 years. But this is how wicked these people are, man. But y'all constantly on social media talking about who the usual suspects are and pointing a finger at us. But y'all are the ones that's out here killing all type of people, man. All the nations. Nobody has killed more than nations than you Edomites, man.
Nope.
That's something y'all got to understand.
And what how the elder worded, he said, y'all are the world heavyweight champions of genocide and murder. So it don't matter what kind of lie you try to pin on us. There is no lie you can pull out your ass that's going to trump that fact of you being the heavyweight champions of murder.
Mm-hmm.
You can't. You're still doing it to this day and denying it. That lets you know you have a problem, bro. You have a serious lying problem, Esau. But hey, that ain't shit. That ain't nothing that slavery can't fix.
Exactly. And then after that, you getting eradicated. You through, man.
You're done. That's it, baby.
Why you other camps out here talking about these Edomites and these Gentiles just gonna be saved, man. Y'all been throwing that around heavy a lot. That the Gentiles can be saved. But y'all always forget that there are two definitions of Gentiles. And we keep telling y'all that over and over and over and over again. But the thing is, y'all listen to what Esau say for face value, but you won't go and dig for yourself to see what you're going to find, because you're going to find it. The thing is, you people scared to be confounded. You scared to be corrected, man.
These people scared of the truth, just like Esau, because they think that by them finding out that they've been lied to, or they've been regurgitating the same lies, they don't want to face that failure in the mirror. But see, guess what? We all had to look in that mirror when we woke up. It's a terrifying image. I know it is. But you rather be on the right side of history than the wrong side of history. If you're going to lose your life in this thing, you better lose your life for righteousness' sake, and not trying to keep pushing forth evil and lies. Because guess what? That's a guaranteed death for all you people out there teaching false doctrines for lucrative gain.
Yeah, they taking that bag.
Yeah, you better find you fuck the bag, bruh. This is what I'm trying to tell y'all. You need to be chasing that chariot instead of chasing a bag. That bag ain't gonna do shit for you. It's not gonna protect you from that nuclear fire. It's not gonna protect you from Esau. You got fire on both sides of you, on the left hand side and on the right. That bag is not gonna get you out of there.
They delusional as hell though. They chasing the bag that is worthless.
Exactly.
Chasing the bag that's worthless, man. And like bro said, it's not gonna help you out of this thing, man. This is Proverbs 11:4. Riches profit nothing in the day of wrath, man. But righteousness delivered from death. You know, you're gonna have to have that faith, man. You got to have faith. Because a lot of you out there talk about you saved just by your works. And that's going off as well. Because you got to have faith. And when you have faith, you're going to do the works.
Exactly. That's a given.
No. So that's the thing. Y'all listening to a lot of the wrong brothers in these Israelite camps, man. Need to be trying to listen to the elders and apostles, Brad Millstone. That's who taught us. And many other brothers out there that's out there preaching, man. You know, doing these lessons and stuff, trying to edify y'all. But y'all out here talking about we hate y'all. But hey, open rebuke is better than secret love, man. If you don't like it, if you don't like it, kick rocks, man. Because you really don't care.
Be out. I got this scripture right here. 1 Maccabees chapter 1, verse 11. In those days went out there of Israel wicked men who persuaded many, saying, let us go and make a covenant with the heathen that are round about us. For since we departed from them, we have had much sorrow. That's what Jacob does. So this device pleased them well. Then certain of the people were so forward therein that they went to the king, who gave them license to do after the ordinances of the heathen. That's the 501c3. And y'all think just because y'all make an agreement with your enemy that he ain't gonna come after you still? If he gonna come after you, he gonna put you to death so you can't tell on him. But y'all don't see it though. Y'all think just because y'all make a covenant with this man that he ain't gonna mess with you. He gonna always mess with you. How you think he got you to take the bag? By messing with you. He just didn't have to apply that much pressure because he saw how hungry you was. But if you press him hard enough, this man will put your head in a vice until you submit. He didn't have to take it that far because y'all just that weak. But don't mistake that for this man not being a devil that he is. But y'all gonna find out the hard way. Because y'all think y'all a good case. Y'all think this devil ain't gonna come after y'all. He coming after everybody that he deems a threat, especially if you're an Israelite. But if you don't have that hedge, that covering, you dead anyway. whether you rich or not. It's a small thing for this man to give you a bag, take your life, and take his bag back.
Mm-hmm.
How many times have he done that in these movies?
And in real life, he just did it to y'all with the EBT.
See, it ain't nothing for this man to starve you. Last week we was at camp. We showed you the photo of the Edomites standing on the mountain of bison bones.
Mm-hmm.
They took out all the bisons so the Indians wouldn't have a food source. That lets you know right there it ain't shit for this man to starve you if he wants to.
Mm-hmm. I wanted to read this. Grecian most commonly means Greek, especially with reference to ancient Greece, and can refer to a person from Greece, an expert in Greek language and literature, or a style and culture from ancient Greece. In the specific biblical text, Grecians refer to Greek-speaking Jews as distinguished from Greeks, who could refer to Hellenes or non-Jews. See, those Gentiles that's in the New Testament, and those were the Israelites that were scattered abroad, man. That's why the apostles were going to different places preaching this gospel to the Gentiles, not all those nations, because in the Old Testament, the Gentiles are talking about all the other nations. But then when you get to the New Testament, it's talking about the Israelites that started picking up those Greek customs, like he read in the book of First Maccabees, man.
Mm-hmm.
They got a license to follow the ways of the heathen, and they forsook the covenant. Yes, they still Jews by bloodline, but they still was living like Greeks, man.
And they're not part of the elect. Yeah, they're Israelites, but they're not
Exactly.
elect.
Mm-hmm.
I got something right here. Let me find it real quick. I just found something about Freemasons. Now, this is roughly touching it. Let me see. Freemason, a member of an international order established for mutual help and fellowship, which holds elaborate and secret ceremonies. That's the surface definition. That's what Google will tell you, you know. But we take it a little deeper. I found something a little deeper.
Mm-hmm.
And it ties to the small hats. Where is it? Here we go. It says Freemasonry is Jewish. Freemasonry is based on Judaism. Eliminate the teachings of Judaism from the Masonic ritual, and what is left? It says the Jewish Tribune. This was came out in New York, October 28, 1927. The spirit of Freemasonry is the spirit of Judaism in its most fundamental beliefs. It is ideas, its languages, it is mostly its organization of hopes which enlighten and support Israel. Its crowning will be that wonderful prayer house in which Jerusalem will be triumphant, center and symbol. Freemasonry is a Jewish establishment whose history's grades, official appointments, passwords, and explanations are Jewish from beginning to end. Rabbi Isaac Wise, quoted in Israel of America, August 3rd, 1866. The most important duty of the Freemason must be to glorify the Jewish race, which has preserved the unchanged divine standard of wisdom. You must rely upon the Jewish race to dissolve all frontiers. So in order to be a Freemason, you got to kiss their ass. And that explains why a lot of our people
Kiss that ring.
Exactly.
Ooh, ooh, wee, bro.
So, and there's a lot of Freemasons in politics. There's a lot of Freemasons in Hollywood. Matter of fact, your boy, Louis Farrakhan, he's one of the highest rankers.
I think he's an Edomite too.
But see, this is the thing about Farrakhan, though. If Farrakhan was any kind of threat, he would have been dead a long time ago. Think about it. This man talks about the Quran, the Bible, Jesus, Allah. He all over the place.
Yep.
Allah supposed to be your guy. Why you talking about cheese and rice? Why you talking about Israelites? See, this man is put forth to bring you even more confusion.
Yeah, man, that's all over the place like that. He's a very unstable man.
Exactly.
This is James 1 and 8. A double-minded man is unstable in all his ways, man. And this man is all over the place now. Say, for instance, you get Nick Cannon speak on something. They going down his throat. Kanye West speak about something that's factual. They going down his throat. You see why they trying to get back in good graces with Amalek now.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they're trying to get that bag back. But see, they were threats. That's why they were coming to getting the small hats were coming down on them. Farrakhan not a threat.
No, because he's bought and paid for. He's controlled. He's doing his job to keep confusion in the air. Yeah, he's just like the devil, man, because Farrakhan will tell you 2 truths and 1 lie. All day.
Mm-hmm.
So how is he any different than Esau? By leading his people astray. Yeah, he'll get some motivational speeches. But like I said, they know this man lived. This man been living in Chicago for the longest 30, 40 years. They know exactly what he is.
Mm-hmm.
If he was any type of threat, he would have been dead a long time ago. Especially a man with that much influence. So, that's just to me. Farrakhan's influence is being controlled.
Mm-hmm.
Which is why he's still alive. Yeah, in front of a camera, he'll put on a performance like he's against these people. But in all actuality, he is in league with them because he is a Freemason. And we just read what Freemasons got to do. They got to kiss that ass.
Mm-hmm. You got to do the will of his father, the devil. This is John 8:44. Ye are of your father, the devil, and the lust of your father ye will do. He was a murderer from the beginning, and abode not in the truth, because there is no truth in him. When he speaketh a lie, he speaketh of his own, for he is a liar, and the father of it, man. And this man, like he said, he's doing the will of these small hatters to keep a lot of you people swept under the rug from his truth, man.
Keep you right between,
Docile as hell.
keep you in that space, right between truth and lie. He gonna keep you in that gray area. That's Farrakhan's job. Keep you in that gray area of confusion.
Mm-hmm.
And I know y'all heard the scandal by Campbell Soup. Let me read to you. And this going viral. It says Campbell Soup executive caught on secret recording saying their products are shit for poor people with bioengineered meats.
Yep.
So now they boycotting Campbell Soup. Because the owners, they say they don't even eat it. They say it's for poor people. But
Yep.
guess what, baby? You might want to be stocking up. Because you about to be poor.
They finna be having to deal with that one, man.
Can I have some more chicken noodle, please?
That's that defiled bread.
Exactly.
Man. That's that defiled bread. Like I was talking, I was at my mother's house a couple of days ago, and she had her little buddy over there. He's from Congo. He's not a Hamite though. I read his spirit instantly. He was a Jake. Because his people went through that with Leopold II over there. He was destroying those Congo people and named that land Congo. His people were a part of that, man. You know, chopping off their hands for currency. You know, but anyway, we was talking about the Congo, and he was talking about how over here and over there is a totally different plan, a game, man. He said over there, most of their stuff is fresh, you know. The air is fresher, the water's cleaner. Over here, everything is defiled, man.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like you said with the Campbell's, the bioengineered food, they putting that shit on everything. You can see it when you buy a box of Ortega taco shells. You look on the back of there, It says bioengineered ingredients on the back of there. You have to read what you eating, man. Sometimes you can't help it, certain things. You know, because Esau got shit in so many different foods, man. You know, there's many videos on social media going into McDonald's, Burger King, Chick-fil-A, Popeyes, and they're telling you all the different carcinogens and ingredients that they put in this food, man.
Listen to this. Speaking of that, carcinogens. Bombshell report. Microplastics in food are causing heart disease, not cholesterol. See, this man cannot sleep unless he calls something to fall. That's why he got to go. Because if not, this man gonna kill everybody and everything on the planet.
The rise of lung cancer is going up, but not in smokers.
How do you explain that?
Chemtrails.
Exactly.
Chemtrails. That's what I'm saying. The Lord keeping us alive out here, man, because we could have been, man, a lot of people could have been dead a long time ago. The shit that Esau is spraying in the air, killing himself.
It takes a special kind of idiot. It takes a special type of superior idiot to hop in an airplane, spray deadly poisons, land the plane, get out the plane, and inhale those same deadly poisons for money. It takes a special kind of idiot. But that's what you people are. You people will kill anything, anybody, even yourself, for some money.
Mm-hmm.
That lets me know how stupid you are. And I came across another statistic as far as food stamp recipients. You know, they're trying to paint us as being the face of welfare. They've been trying to do that for over the past 50 years. But this right here, it says highest use of food stamps in the United States. Owsley County, Kentucky. 99.22% whites. 95% Republican. So it's pretty much safe to say that everybody on food stamps except for the dogs in this county. But they paint Big Keisha the face of welfare. You got a whole county in Kentucky right here on food stamps. That's white Republicans.
And I bet you they don't go out looking for no jobs or none of that shit.
For what?
They sit right there. Because when they put Jake on food stamps, they want you to be in a work program, and they want to make sure you're filling out applications and doing this and doing that. They looking
for any type of reason
to take them from
deny you.
You know, but them, I bet you they just sitting in that little county right now just getting all of that.
Their job is to wait on the mailman.
Yep.
That's their job.
And have the audacity to point the finger at the so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans. That's why y'all been getting y'all ass whooped a lot lately too. I've been seeing a lot of videos of you Edomites just getting the hands put on y'all, man. Getting chased out of the earth by everybody. People tired of him. He was one of the Edomite was over there, and over there with I forget where they were, Mexico or Puerto Rico. But he had a whole crowd following him. Next thing you know, they started busting him up. Start beating him down. You know how it start? They a crowd, an angry mob. They start following you first, and then somebody initiate the attack, and then everybody get a lick. Boy's shirt went from white to black. He was out there clean. All of that went away in a matter of 2-3 seconds when they start putting them cowboy boots on his back.
Because Esau is being seen for who he is.
Yeah.
The biggest liar / hypocrite you ever seen. Check this out. And this is how you might see Trump now. When we told y'all from the jump, this man wasn't shit. It says Trump could not have summed up Trump and his administration better than this quote. History will see that he manufactured chaos because he had nothing good to offer. No vision, no ideas, just tearing down what others have built. and blame others for his shortcomings. Generations will be taught he was nothing but a pathetic con man and a failure.
Mm-hmm.
And that right there is re-emphasized in Proverbs chapter 6. Let's get it. Now listen to this. And Trump, he's a champ. He's a projection champion. For real, bro. You let him talk long enough, he'll tell on himself. He always have. Proverbs chapter 6, verse 12. A naughty person, a wicked man walking with a froward mouth. Froward, difficult to get along with, always starting shit. Static, there is no peace. That's what froward means. He winketh with his eyes and speaketh with his feet and teaches with his fingers. Y'all notice when this man speaks, he always doing this. See, that's a psychological problem issue right there. Now let's keep rolling. Frowardness is in his heart. He devises mischief continually. He soweth discord. Therefore shall his calamity come suddenly. Suddenly shall he be broken without remedy. This has already happened to Trump because they froze all his assets, including all his money. These 6 things doth the Lord hate, yet 7 are an abomination unto him. A proud look, a lying tongue, a hand that shed innocent blood, a heart that devises wicked imaginations, feet that be swift and run into mischief, a false witness that speaketh lies, and he that soweth discord among brethren.
Mm-hmm.
That's Trump right there in a nutshell. Matter of fact, I think whoever wrote these scriptures, they were describing Nero. Because we see the same thing in Nero and Trump. Remember, Nero destroyed Rome by lying on Israelites. And then when the centurions came to arrest him, he committed suicide.
He did his part and got up out of there.
Yeah, see, that's a cowardly Edomite right there.
But the thing is, he took himself out thinking he was going to escape them judgments. He might be back on this earth in Trump. And Trump, you're not going to escape them judgments if you the last so-called U.S. president, man. You definitely going in them chains. All you Edomites going in them chains, man. This is and you're gonna be cut off. This is Job 18 and 16. His root shall be dried up beneath, and above shall his branch be cut off. His remembrance shall perish from the earth, and he shall have no name in the street. He shall be driven from light into darkness and chased out of the world. He shall neither have son nor nephew among his people, nor any remaining in his dwellings. Man, you finna be took out of this earth, man. Soon as you fulfill your judgment, your 1,000 years in captivity, and building up the kingdom, you getting up out of here, bro. You know, y'all have to go. Y'all have to go because people are fed up. Especially as Israelites, we are fed up with the shenanigans of Esau, man. Having to wake up daily dealing with this man.
Yeah, man. And it goes further than that. When you got a whole entire government constantly lying on you, demonizing you, trying to paint you as being a problem, yeah, we tired of your motherfucking ass. Excuse my French, but that's the sentiment. And that shows the childishness. That shows the emotion of Esau. That shows you right there, this man does not rule over his spirit, his emotions do. And Esau gonna find out the hard way, his emotions is gonna get him already got him in trouble. Because now the Lord is addressing this issue. Mm-hmm. The Lord is visiting the earth which he have made. And what thing Trump don't know, he's about to find out the hard way. This man is about to inherit lifetimes and lifetimes of misery.
Oh, man.
And regret. And every Edomite that looks upon his face is going to want to take his life. Even people of his own nation, of the Edomites, of the Amalekites, they're going to want to take his life. Because his pride, his emotion, following the orders of other emotional ass Amalekites, got the whole nation thrown into captivity. Mm-hmm. So yeah, he's about to inherit lifetimes and lifetimes of regret. And they're not going to let him forget it. Because every time this man steps out of his house to check his mail or whatever, it's going to be multiple ass whoopings on site. And if he go to prison, which he's not.
Nah. The Most High got this man out here because he would have been, if it was the Lord's will for this man to be in jail, he'd be in jail right now.
Yep.
But it's not. It's just exposing who these devils are.
They fear that more than jail. Exposure. That's why they go above and beyond to keep their identities hidden, especially the royal families, the elites who really run this earth, the 1%ers. They fear their identities being revealed way more than prison time and jail time, because they know they control jail. They know they control the prisons. They're not afraid of that. They're afraid of their identities being exposed. And they no longer can hide under the cloak of secrecy and work in darkness. That's going to be taken away from them if they are exposed. That's why you ain't getting no Epstein files.
And it's gradually being took away from them.
Yeah.
Because the Lord is exposing y'all, man. You know, this is Nahum chapter 3 verse 5. Behold, I am against thee, saith the Lord Yahweh of hosts, and I will discover thy skirts upon thy face, and I will show the nations thy nakedness and the kingdoms thy shame. Every nation know what you about. Esau, Babylon. Every nation know what you about. Why do you think they started joining up with the BRICS? Because they know what you about. And don't get it twisted. You ain't heard much about BRICS, but just know they planning something, and they gonna get payback on America too. A lot of these nations is gonna get payback on America, and this place is gonna get completely wiped out, man. That's why we say if you ain't in the secret place, meaning these scriptures, seeking the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, man, to get a ticket on that chariot, when this place get destroyed, you going down with it, man. Ain't nobody gonna survive on this land, bro.
See, that's how you know what's about to happen, because the United States and the BRICS are two different entities. The BRICS don't get on social media and express all their emotions.
Nope.
Like the United States, especially the pedophile chief. See, that's a weak man right there. And that weak man is going to get a lot of Americans killed. This man gets up in the middle of the night on social media like a little schoolgirl and expresses all his thoughts. Let's go to Proverbs chapter 4. Where is it? Hold up, it's not in 4. Let me find this. Oh, you bring something out, you got something.
Okay. If this mug speeds up, my little tablet acting crazy too. Hold on, let me read. Okay. All right, but just understand that, like what I was saying before, that Esau is getting exposed, and his kingdom is going to slowly continue to fall gradually, because it don't just happen overnight, man. And then these prophecies are going to hit hard, and they're going to start coming rapidly, man. This is a Habakkuk 2 and 3, for the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak and not lie. Though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come. It will not tarry. Behold, his soul which is lifted up in him is not in him, but the just shall live by faith. I'm going to read that again. Behold, his soul which is lifted up is not upright in him. That's talking about Esau, these Edomites, man. Because there's nothing upright about these people, you know. But the just shall live by faith. The men of the Lord are going to live by faith and have faith that this place is going to be destroyed, that Esau is going to be took out of power, and that we're going to rule next, man. Because we at the end of Esau's kingdom, dude. You know? So this is a beautiful time that we're living in, and a lot of you people gonna get caught up. It also says, yea, also because he transgresses by wine, his lies, his philosophies that got you people's rattled up in the mind. He is a proud man. Neither keep it at home. He's always somewhere. looking to be served, always somewhere, trying to tell you how to do your job,
Or snooping around looking for what he can steal.
or what he can lie on you about, who enlarges his desire is hell, and is as death and cannot be satisfied. You can go full-blown flesh to try to please this dog, man. And he's never satisfied. He always wants something else. But gathered unto him all nations, and heapeth unto him all people in this melting pot called Babylon. And these people that come over here, they get transgressed by wine also, because they start believing the ways of Babylon. And next thing you know, the morals that they had in their home, they don't carry it here anymore. Like when he was at camp with the brothers months ago, and that Ishmaelite was out there with his wife, and she was disrespecting him. He wanted to stone her ass right there. You know, where they come from, they have morals, and the man is the leader. But when you come over here to Babylon, all of that goes out the window.
She started feeling herself.
Yeah.
She started listening to the other Babylonian women on how to get that bag.
Gave her that liberty to gad abroad.
And all your teachings going out the window. This woman has been compromised.
Yeah, because of Babylon.
She has been devalued. She has no value now.
That's why it says the Babylon will destroy you, even with the sword of destruction, man. You come over here from another nation, it's going to destroy your family. If your family values ain't strong enough, you're going to get destroyed coming over here to Babylon.
I wouldn't even come. If I had a choice in it, you better stay where you at. Because this place is about to be turned into the world's largest ashtray.
That's what that brother said from the Congo, that him and he said his pops brought him here against his will, but they regret it now. That regret, yeah. But also in my mind, when I was talking to that brother, I'm like, man, you was probably brought over here to have to deal with these judgments too. Because he said when he got over here, he was made fun of on a whole nother level by them so-called white folks. Them curses started eating him up when he got over here. Said he was homeless living here for a while. He finally just got him a place. So them curses were eating that Jake up, man. And I kept telling him, I said, your spirit let me know, bro, you is Israelite. And in my mind, you came over here to have to get in with these judgments as well, or find his truth.
No time will tell.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people, like during the Biden administration, when they had the southern border open for 4 years, when they was concerned about national security, I can't tell you. And the elder said a lot of those northern kingdom, they came here to either be
slaughtered.
They either came here to be judged, or they came here to be saved. But I found that verse I was looking for, and it's going back to Trump. And it's let me see, Proverbs chapter 29, verse 10. The bloodthirsty hate the upright, but the just seek his soul. Now, this next verse is talking about how Trump just get on social media at 3, 4 in the morning, blurring all his little fragile ass weak emotions. And it's also dangerous with him being the head of a nation, just putting national secrets on social media. Like the other nations ain't licking their chops, waiting for an opportunity. Verse 11. A fool uttereth all his mind, but a wise man keepeth it in till afterwards. If a ruler hearkens to lies, all his servants are wicked. Are we not seeing that right now in the Republicans? That's why a lot of Republicans, they're resigning now. Because they starting to see Trump he's being pulled underwater. So the best thing they can do is to jump ship before he grab onto your legs and pull you under with him.
Yeah.
Because this man has a history of throwing those that's closest to him under the bus to save his own ass. A lot of his constituents saw this pattern, so they decided to distance themselves from him, which is very smart, because this man don't give a damn who he throws under the bus, as long as he stays free. That right there should let you know that this is not a righteous man. Far from it. But yet you got people still choose to believe in him, which is that's your problem. You choose to believe in lies and liars. And then you wonder why you getting the short end of the stick. You wonder why you lost your farm. You wonder why you lost your food stamps.
Mm-hmm.
You wonder why you lost your Section 8 because you chose to believe in lies and liars. Now, had you chose to believe in the truth, meaning what the prophets have told you over the years, maybe you would have been prepared for this at this particular given point in time.
Mm-hmm.
For example, if we told you this man is going to stop your food stamps years ago, you should have been using them food stamps to stock up and get ahead of the game. Instead of continuing to buy frivolous, food with no nutritional value. You just buying junk food.
Captain Crunch and
Right, to keep the babies quiet.
But remember when I read to y'all that Rockefeller covenant, Rothschild covenant, one of the rules was to stuff your kids with these artificial sweeteners and cancerous candies, man, and junk foods.
Skittles one of them.
So they can wild out in the mind, and then you can take them to just wild out from the sugar. But then you're gonna take them to the doctor, and they're gonna say they got ADHD or something, and then they're gonna pump them with more shit, man. Destroying y'all kids. Y'all got a lot of ministers, women having monsters out here, dude. These kids bad as hell. Don't have no respect for the family, for their mother, or if they dad around. If the dad around, they gonna have some type of respect. But since the fathers are being kicked out, and mom is destroying all these kids that she's raising, destroying the household, destroying the lineage, raising these kids to grow up to do whatever they want to do. Being their friends, going out here jumping other kids with the daughter. You women got to go too.
Yep. And see, a lot of people that's out here doing stuff like that, and things even worse, they don't know why they coming up on calamity and hard times right now. And this scripture explains it all. Why they continue to do wickedness but keep failing at it, but yet they continue. This is Proverbs chapter 4, verse 19. The way of the wicked is as darkness. They know not at what they stumble. Think about it. If you wanted, you in a dark ass room and you trying to find a door, but you keep tripping on shit in the floor you can't see because you trying to navigate through darkness
without no light.
Exactly. That's why you keep falling.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna read it again. The way of the wicked is as darkness. They know not at what they stumble. They don't know why they keep falling on their ass. Because you in darkness, that's why. And all you got to do is turn on the light, and then you can see your path.
And stop following these blind ass leaders. Because those are the ones that's leading you into them ditches. Tripping right and fall right into a ditch, man, because y'all listening to these false leaders out here. You're listening to this government. And they just dropping all kind of traps, all kind of stumbling blocks in front of you, man. And y'all don't have no light to see past it. So you following the man that's walking in the dark, and you following him.
And you fall into what the Lord said. Let the blind lead the blind.
Yeah. I actually got that. It's Matthew 15 and 14. Let them alone. They be blind leaders of the blind. And if the blind lead the blind, both shall fall into the ditch, man.
Mm-hmm. You're stumbling in darkness.
Constantly. Even though you can physically see with your eyes, spiritually, you can't see anything. So you're stumbling over spiritual things, man. And them spiritual things manifest in real life as well. And you just falling and you can't see shit.
And by the time it really registers with you to how much you've been messing up, it's going to be too late.
Yeah.
You're going to already have that chip. You already going to be in a FEMA camp. because you choose to trust in lies and liars.
And speaking of that rice, I think I gotta go back and look at it. It was said, seeing something about them talking about they might only have like 800 and something days left of money.
Oh, speaking of money, guess what? See, they setting you up, man. Let's check this out. And it just hit me. Thanksgiving just passed. What comes right after Thanksgiving? Black Friday.
Mm-hmm.
The corporations, they got an issue with Judah leading the charge as far as canceling Black Friday, Cyber Monday, all these shopping days where they make this big money. Esau got something for that. He just gonna make your money worthless. Since you want to rebel with your money, he gonna make your money worthless. Them little pieces of paper that you got in your wallet that you worship so much, he's gonna make those worthless. And he's gonna tell you, you gotta come to him for your money. But this time, we gonna have 100% control of your money through this digital shit. That way you can no longer rebel with your money again.
Mm-hmm.
Matter of fact, if you do anything to piss us off, we're just gonna cut your money off. You don't have to break no laws. You just have to piss us off. Now we're gonna see where you get your power from, black community. Because right now you think you holding all the chips. Because you have the power of so-called black wealth. That's an illusion as well. Because all this man got to do is deem your money worthless.
Yeah.
Now where your power lies at. See, you should have been stacking up treasures in heaven. Because this wisdom, you can't put a price on it. And in a lot of cases that come to pass, this wisdom is going to keep a lot of y'all out of the grave. So which is more worth? Which one has more worth? A man that's alive and breathing with this wisdom, or a dead man with some money? Because guess what? I got news for you. I never seen a U-Haul following a hearse. I never seen that.
You can't take any of it with you.
No. Your shit getting divided up before you even go in the ground.
And this man's making all these draconian laws, like with that dollar. To keep you people oppressed and to follow after him. You want to go to get everything for him, but what's gonna happen is all these wicked things that he's doing that he imagined, that shit is gonna come back onto him, man.
Mm-hmm.
This is Isaiah 10. I'm gonna read a couple of these. 1, 2, 3. I'm gonna read to verse 4. This is the GNT, and this is talking to you, Edom. You are doomed. You make unjust laws that oppress my people. That is how you keep the poor from having their rights and from getting justice. That is how you take the property that belongs to widows and orphans. What will you do when God punishes you? What will you do when he brings disaster on you from a distant country? Where will you run to for help, to find help? Where will you hide your wealth?
Mm-hmm.
You will be killed in battle or dragged off as prisoners, which you will be dragged off as prisoners for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Yet even so, the Lord's anger will not be ended. His hand will still be stretched out to punish. You're not getting away with any of this, Edom.
Mm-hmm.
None of it, man. Just understand that. This is Daniel 8:25. And through his policy also he shall cause craft to prosper in his hand. And he shall magnify himself in his heart. And that's what Esau is doing right now. He's making all these different laws, man, to keep you people down. Because he gets jealous. He's jealous as hell. Okay, y'all don't want to spend my money, so I'm going to do something that make you do something. I'm going to make y'all do something strange with a piece of change. You got to take this rice now.
Mm-hmm.
And then when they make it mandatory, that's when a lot of you Israelites going to really be hurt, man. Because you already hungry. You trying to You're trying to have fun in a fallen society right now. And like the brother says, you need to be storing up your treasures in heaven, man. Making them spiritual deposits.
Yep. But y'all trying to keep the party going in a burning building.
Yup.
This building is on fire, man. Y'all act like y'all just because you can't actually see the fire, but at the same time you ignoring the smoke.
Mm-hmm.
I got this is Ezekiel chapter 35. And this coming up on you Edomites, man. Therefore, as I live, said the Lord Yahweh, I will even do according to thine anger and according to thine envy, which thou hast used out of thy hatred against them. And I will make myself known among them when I have judged thee. See, this man is a jealous man. I told y'all, Esau does not rule the world. His emotions do. And what is jealousy? First of all, jealousy is a female trait. So that tells you what this man is about. There's no coincidence this man loves other men, because jealousy is a female trait. Look how easy Esau is moved to jealousy just by our presence. Being in the same room, this man pissed off because he's not us. Verse 12, and thou shalt know that I am the Lord, and that I have heard all thy blasphemies which thou hast spoken against the mountains of Israel, saying, they are laid desolate, they are given to us to consume. That's what Esau thinks. He thinks the Lord created us for him to just do whatever he wants to us, just because he hasn't got judged yet. Verse 13, thus with your mouth ye have boasted against me, and have multiplied your words against me. I have heard them. Yep. Thus said the Lord Yahweh, when the whole earth rejoices, I will make thee desolate. As thou didst rejoice at the inheritance of the house of Israel, because it was desolate, so will I do unto thee. Thou shalt be desolate, O Mount Seir, and all Idumea, even all of it, and they shall know that I am the Lord.
Mm-hmm.
So he done heard all your lies. He done heard all your blasphemies. He done heard about how y'all been trying to demonize us. He done seen it with his own eyes, how you just jealous. You use jealousy as a weapon against us because you weak like that. You fragile like that. That's why they call it white fragility. You are so easily moved to jealousy. Don't nobody do shit to you. You just getting your feelings on your own. That's what makes you weak. You always jealous about something you have no control over. So why even be jealous if you have no control over it? But see, like I said, jealous is a female trait.
And you ain't doing nothing but putting all that. All of that shit you doing, you putting it on one plate that you gonna have to eat, buddy. You gonna have to eat that whole plate, man.
You'll be all right.
This is Psalm 7:16. His mischief shall return upon his own head, and his violent dealing shall come down upon his own pate. All of the things that you're doing right now, Esau, just know that you finna have to eat. You finna have to drink that cup, man. You finna eat that plate. Like them Jakes was on Facebook arguing about a goddamn Thanksgiving dinner, and one of the Jakes stole another Jake's plate. He's like, "This is my plate. I made this plate." You making your own plate, Edom, and you gonna have to, you finna eat that. And you ain't gonna like what you finna eat, bro. But you gonna have to deal with it. And it ain't gonna be no mercy, because you showed none.
Mm-hmm. Let me see if I can find that. Y'all just don't know what kind of hole y'all dug for yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all about to find out, though. Now these people got the nerve to get jealous. You jealous of? You weren't jealous of us when you were telling yourself you were superior.
Exactly. Obadiah 1:10, for thy violence against thy brother Jacob, shame should cover thee, and thou shalt be cut off forever. And that's what we coming. That's what we on our way to, man. But first, you gotta do what you got to do. You gotta do that. You gotta do that stack. That stike, ain't that what plies call it? Stike. That's what you finna have to do. You got to do that 1,000-year period of slavery, captivity, and then you out of here, man.
Esau think he above punishment.
And he always feel it's in his heart that he wouldn't see adversity. But your people starting to see it. The low class Edomites, they all starting to see adversity. Like the one Edomite said in his car, things just don't feel the same no more. People feel different, you know. And like I was telling my reel, of course people are different now. You had a man get so mad about his haircut that he pulled the gun out on the barber and threatened to kill him over a haircut. Fool, your hair can grow back, man. You know, iniquity has abounded on the level, many have waxed cold. And that's the day and age that we in right now. Everybody's cold-hearted. Nobody can be chastised. If you chastise anybody, it's called hating. So nobody has an opinion anymore. Nobody says anything because they don't want to be looked at as a hater. But when you look up and through some of these words, you'll understand that you ain't hating on nobody because correction is love.
I'm going to tell you what's going on with that. These people, especially these Babylonians, they have been conditioned that whatever they don't agree with, they'll label you an enemy. Mm-hmm. They have been conditioned. So if you spew anything that they don't agree with or they don't like, they have been conditioned to call you an enemy. That's why this country will never be healed. Because, first of all, in order for something to be healed, you got to recognize the problem.
Yep.
Babylon refuses to recognize their mistakes. They refuse to recognize their sins. They refuse to recognize their racism. So, if you continuously ignore a problem, how is it going to go away? Is it going to go away or is it going to get worse? This is Esau's problem. Esau does not deal with reality. He runs from it. Prime example how he runs from reality? By whitewashing everything.
Mm-hmm.
Everything.
Iconoclasm.
Yeah.
Oh.
That's running from reality. So if you don't live in reality, there's no way you can deal with reality. You got to live in it first. You got to accept reality for what it is versus whitewashing everything you don't like.
Mm-hmm.
Or if it doesn't benefit you, you got to whitewash it to make it beneficial to you. That's not dealing with reality. That's not living in reality. And this is what's going to happen. This is what's going to make your captivity more mental. Because you're going to have to spend the next 1,000 years processing the fact that you are not superior.
Yeah.
You're going to have to spend the next 1,000 years processing the fact that y'all did all this atrocity to the Lord's people, and this is why we in captivity. You're going to have to drink that.
Yeah.
I don't care what you tell yourself. I don't care what you put in your constitution about us. Well, we don't consider it murder because these are not technically humans. Mm-hmm. See, you psyched yourself out. You sold yourself that lie. And you about to eat it. Because the Lord recognizes it as murder of his people. And there will be a recompense for it. Ezekiel chapter 35. Back to Ezekiel 35.
Mm-hmm.
Verse 5. Because thou hast had a perpetual hatred and hast shed the blood of the children of Israel by the force of the sword, in the time of their calamity, in the time of their iniquity had an end. Therefore, as I live, said the Lord Yahweh, I will prepare thee unto blood, and blood shall pursue thee. Since thou hast not hated blood, even blood shall pursue thee. Thus will I make Mount Seir most desolate, and cut off from it him that passeth out and him that returneth. Y'all ain't finna get no progress. Y'all ain't finna do nothing progressive. Matter of fact, this today, November 30th, this is the best that your kingdom will ever be. Because from this point on, it's in decline. Mm-hmm. And with every passing day that goes by, every time that sun sets and rises, we get closer to salvation, and y'all get closer to captivity. With every rising and setting sun, y'all get closer and closer to captivity. Yeah, you got all the money in the world because you stole it all. You got all the jewels. You got the fatness of the earth because you stole it all. But one thing you'll never have an abundance of, that's time, bruh. Tick tock. The time is the Lord's. He created time. That's one thing you have no control over. Only the Lord knows the hour when those missiles gonna drop and your kingdom be destroyed and you go into captivity. You don't know when that is.
But you do know his time is short.
Yeah.
And that's why the Most High is pushing him to get this agenda, his agenda out here. Because the agenda is for 2030. But hell, they can have that shit in the next year and a half, man.
Based on Esau's emotions and his desperation to catch up with China, yeah, it's going to be way before 2030.
Yeah, it's right around the corner, man. You know, this is Revelation 12:12. Therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil is come down unto you having great wrath, because he knoweth that he hath but a short time. This man knows that he has a short time. He can feel it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that's why he's pushing his agenda. He's pushing it in other countries first. America's gonna be the last to get it all, bro. Because y'all talking about how America is just this great place. Then how the hell is China ahead of you by 20 years?
That's the thing, see. And that's the difference between intelligence and wisdom. Because let Esau tell it, he's the most intelligent, right? But his kingdom is in shambles. Make that make sense. So you try to come up with these little bogus tests, these biased tests to test intelligence. But see, even you have a benefit in those tests because these tests are they're designed around your lifestyle and not Israelites. So if you're most intelligent with the highest IQ and all this other bullshit that you pride yourself on, why is your kingdom in shambles? Intelligence doesn't do that. Supremacy doesn't do that. You continuously shoot yourself in the foot. You continuously lying. Matter of fact, lying is the opposite of intelligence. So how are you intelligent? You label us less than human, 3/5 human, but yet we have thrived over 200 times over in the kingdom against us.
Mm-hmm.
We have gave you more inventions than you can possibly steal. I don't think subhuman class of people will be capable of surviving in the kingdom over 200 times over. But yet, look at all the towns you drowned and burned down out of jealousy and hatred. Intelligence doesn't get jealous. Supremacy doesn't get jealous. Only a small man with a small penis gets jealous over shit like that he can't even control. The Lord divided up wisdom. He gave the Israelites wisdom.
Not that shit y'all call
He gave you pseudoscience.
Mm-hmm. Which is the wisdom of this world, which is foolishness.
1 Corinthians chapter 3, verse 19.
I got it right up. 1 Corinthians verse 3 and 19. For the wisdom of this world is foolishness with power. For it is written, he taketh the wise in their own craftiness. And that's what's happening right now. Y'all being caught up in y'all own craftiness, man. All this bullshit that y'all pushing out here, you're getting caught up. People starting to see right through you.
Yeah.
No, we see it right through you, man. Even regular people that don't have the spiritual eyes seeing how sloppy you are, man. Just keep it coming.
So how is a lesser people always able to beat you at your own game? How is a so-called lesser people able to outsmart you and see right through your bullshit? I don't think those are dumb people. I think the people who are always trying to get over on us are stupid because they're in denial about their true identity and their true position in this universe. You call yourself superior but you do dumbass shit. You always getting caught doing dumbass shit, yet you still call yourself superior. Superior at what? Fucking up? Because that's all the world sees right now. And we're going to see how superior you are when that son gets to beating your ass when you in captivity. We're going to see who's truly gifted and who is truly cursed. Because let your Book of Mormon tell it, melanin is a curse. Okay. When at the same time, having pale skin has no medical benefits. Matter of fact, you are at a deficit. You are cursed with pale skin. You have no protection from the radiation of the sun. The sun gonna always be your enemy.
Mm-hmm. That's why y'all out here drinking melanin water.
Exactly. If it's such a curse, why you want to be like the cursed people?
Because y'all, they not the people. They claim that they are the people. They not. Y'all not superior at all, man.
You're superior in wickedness.
That's it. And lies.
Only a dumbass, once he get caught in a lie, continues to tell that lie. And you know what? I seen a quote that, and it pretty much sums it up. It said, when the United States elected Trump, they didn't elect the president. They elected their reflection. You Babylonians just like it. That's why that Edomite woman came on TV and said that you MAGA men are about to lose your wives. Because she said, it's all about your behavior. She said the same behavior that Trump is demonstrating right now as far as the constant lies and bullshit, y'all are exemplifying the same behavior, you MAGA men. That's why your women are turning on you. That's why your women are telling on you. And the elder said, he was like, the Edomite woman coming against the Edomite man harder than the Israelites.
Mm-hmm.
And you know what's going to crush your nuts even more? The fact that your woman, we ain't going to have to take her from you. They're going to be willing.
In that day.
That's going to crush your nuts even more to see your woman willing to go with us. We ain't going to have to force her. We ain't going to twist her on. You always trying to paint us as being rapists.
Yep.
We ain't got to rape shit. Your woman want to get with us anyway. She just don't know how to break the news to your fragile ass. Because she's scared you're going to kill all the kids, shoot the dog, and burn the house down. Because that's how you people do with your emotional problem. That's why it's such a thing called white fragility. You're so easily moved to anger and jealousy. That's why it says in Sirach chapter 12, verse 10, never trust thine enemy, for like his iron rust and so is his wickedness. Because you never know what's going to trigger this idiot. This man will smile on your face and be plotting to burn your house down.
Mm-hmm.
Or burn his house down. Matter of fact, it was an Edomite. It was a video I seen last week. This Edomite killed his ex-girlfriend. Now, they ain't together no more, but he still killed her. Because he found out that she got with a Jake.
Yeah, can't live with that.
See, that's why I said, when they see their woman willing, that's going to crush their nuts even more.
And they showing a lot of willingness now.
They've been willing.
You know, they showing a whole lot of that, man, for many years now.
You know why they've been so hesitant to make it like public and official? Because they're afraid
of what people gonna say.
Of what their family's gonna say. They scared of what their family gonna think. They don't want to be disowned from their families. They don't want to be disowned from their political parties. You seen how MAGA just ripped households to pieces. I mean, just tore households apart. MAGA, the bullshit. Y'all let politicians destroy your houses when these politicians never gave a fuck about you in the first place.
Mm-hmm. You know what, too? That's also the curses going on them.
Yeah.
That's the curses going on to them through these politics, man. Destroying these Edomites' homes now. Now they women want to be with us.
They always have. They just always been afraid of persecution from their own people.
Yeah.
And that, how long that's been going on? Hundreds of years.
Long time.
It's always black and white. It's never Asian and white. It's never Asian and black. None of those are never issues. It's always that black and white that's got an issue. Because Esau has a jealousy problem. He has a lying problem. He has a murder problem. He has a theft problem. He has a pedo problem. He has a bestiality problem. He has a death, violence, destruction problem. Name one thing this man brings positive to the table. I'll wait.
You can't. you can't.
That's why he's going to be eradicated. When he's gone, ain't nobody going to miss him because he doesn't bring anything of value to the table. The Lord is not going to need wickedness anymore once the laws are put in our inward parts. So he's going to get rid of the source of wickedness, which is you Edomites. It's just that simple.
That's why I like that post that goes around. Name one thing, if it was removed from the earth, will make the world a better place.
Edom.
Edom. But a lot of y'all answers on there was lies, sickness.
Who's the source of all of this?
Exactly. Who is that one source? That's why I just said Edom. Edom. Because all y'all answers go right to Edom. All of them. Poisoning of the air, the food,
Yeah.
you know, major debt. All of that comes from Esau, man.
Oppression.
Laden himself with thick clay.
Land theft.
Yup.
And we read that in the little screenshot about Christopher Columbus and all the things that he brought. But you got this MAGA pastor trying to lie like Christopher Columbus did a good thing when he pulled up to the shores of America.
Man, did nothing but destroy them people.
Yeah. But see, that all reverts back to Isaiah chapter 5, verse 20. Woe to those that call evil good and good evil. So this MAGA pastor pretty much saying that the destruction of our people was a good thing. That shows you right there he's wicked.
You Edomite Spaniards, y'all was going over in lands taking shit too. You know, Spaniards and conquistadors, messing with the Northern Kingdom.
Man, we don't care what you label yourself after the fact.
Exactly.
The Lord knows your true national identity, and the Lord judges nations. Guess what? All of Israel wasn't wicked, but we got punished as a nation. Same thing gonna apply to y'all. Look how hard we caught hell. And the Lord loves us. Imagine what he's gonna do to you.
It's gonna be extremely crazy, bro.
When he hates you because you are the enemies of his people. So you better eat your Wheaties and get ready for this captivity.
Not the Wheaties, bro.
You better eat your Wheaties and do your laps and get ready for this captivity. Because the Lord is not going to have mercy on none of your nations.
Get the Wheaties with Jordan on the box.
Remember, that ain't time.
Give you some motivation.
You know what I'm saying? You want to be like Mike, goddamn, in captivity.
Oh, man. Because y'all, no matter what you do, you're not going to be able to get through that, man. You're not going to be able to make it. You got to live with the regret.
Man, these people so weak, the thought of going into captivity going to break them down. That's why Trump going through all the museums, getting rid of everything that's slavery related, because because that's a reminder of what's about to happen to them.
Yup. Trying to get rid of the history so you ain't gotta look at it in the face.
Trying to get rid of that guilt.
But eventually, I mean, you're gonna have to eat off that same plate, eat on a worse plate though. So you can hide whatever you want, man. All your hidden things are being searched out. You trying to hide things, it's gonna be shouted out on the rooftops, man.
Man, everything you never did, never said has already been recorded in the heavens.
Yeah.
You can't erase that. You can't erase the Lord's memory of everything that you have done. Yeah, you can change books, you can get shit out of the museums. You can change what's on the internet. That's why you want to get rid of books.
Yeah.
Because changing information in ebooks is easier than changing physical copies.
And then putting fat prices on them, like $1,500 books, man.
Because they want to discourage you from buying them.
And I seen the book, I can't even remember the name of it, man. I'm gonna have to send you the name when I get into it. But that book was like, it's like $1,600, but it was talking about how these Edomites used to barbecue and eat our people, man.
Probably the Delectable Negro.
No, it's not that. It's not that book. It's another one. The
See,
Delectable Negro is actually a lot cheaper than this book.
See, and it is the same play they use when they put that book out, Who is Esau Edom?
Yep.
The elder said he paid like $20-$30 for that book.
It's way up.
Now it's going up for more than 10 racks. Because they don't want the truth to come out. Yeah, you can buy it, but who's going to pay that much for that book? They know this. They want to discourage you from buying it because they want to keep the truth hidden. And it's easier to change ebooks than it is to go through and change, because first you got to get rid of the books with the truth, and then you got to reprint books with your lie in it.
Yep.
It's easier to change ebooks. All you do is delete, copy, paste. That's it. You're good.
Right there, you got so many different dictionaries.
Exactly.
Some dictionaries got nothing but full-blown truth in it, man.
Revise.
And then you got revised ones that they mess it up.
They done doctored on.
Same with the scriptures. That's why you gotta be real smart on what scriptures you read out of those other book or out of other Bibles, man. Cause I seen several scriptures where it was books missing in certain Bibles, certain scriptures missing. I had a 1611 Bible. It had I think it had the book of Acts in it twice.
It was doctored.
See?
See, Esau loved to just doctor stuff to favor him. That's to let you know this man doesn't deal with reality. He wants the freedom to be able to lie on whoever he wants to and not be questioned.
Yep.
This is what Trump wants. This is what his administration wants. Pam Bundy. That's why her ass in trouble right now. The judges are calling her out. You have came in here with all these accusations on these people with no proof. Now they having talks of her doing jail time, which is fair because, hey, look how many times she has committed perjury in the courtrooms.
Mm-hmm.
Perjury means that you lying, you know you lying. So she knew she was lying. Her, Christy Nome, Hegseth, Cash Patel, Caroline Ash Levitt, White House press secretary. Now she's getting the curses on her because one of her family members got snatched up by ICE.
Mm-hmm. See?
It was it was a Latino woman that married into her family. It's Caroline Levitt's brother's wife, who just so happened to be Latino. She got snatched up by ICE. Let's see if Caroline Levitt come to bat to get this woman out of jail. They say she's been in detention for over a week, despite the fact they know who she is. ICE don't give a fuck. You think ICE was put here to do justice when they are constantly ignoring the white pedos,
Yeah.
the shooters, the school shooters, mass shooters, church shooters? This ain't got nothing to do with no justice. They want to make America white again. But see, this is the thing, Edomites don't know how to survive on their own. All they know how to do is take something that's already established. They don't know how to build from scratch.
Nope.
Look at that town. Matter of fact, remember that all-white town?
Yeah.
You know what these people then resorted to doing? I was tripping. They have set up like a GoFundMe thing, right?
Oh, shit, there you go.
But this ain't the worst part. They set up live streams, whereas one of the heads in this town, they making flicks, they making corn, right? To raise money to invest in their town. He hitting this woman from the back on live stream. And every time they get a contribution, she talking about thank you. Getting hit from the back.
That's wild.
See how they return back to their animalistic characteristics.
That's wild.
666, man. Man, beast, six. Those what the sixes stand for. And they still ain't got this town up and running yet. In a kingdom that favors them. Remember when I said that the Israelites, they built a little establishment for themselves and were very comfortable over 200 times over in the kingdom that was against them. So who's strongest?
And Esau slid his snake ass in to destroy them all.
Yeah, he ain't doing that with spreading disease. Because see, that's what Esau does. This man, he puts himself on the pedestal. I'm the king of this. This mine. All y'all belong to me. This is what this man thinks. This is how he thinks. So yeah, that's what they resorted to doing. They getting they porn hub on over there. I'm like, bro, you first of all, ain't nowhere in hell I'm finna do that with my wife and just show the world what how me and my wife get down. No. That show you right there. Esau don't give a fuck. Nothing is sacred with this man.
That's that covetous man that need that money.
So you pretty much prostituting your wife, which is against the scriptures. So now we understand why you're going to be dealt with even more, because you go out your way to break the laws in the Bible.
Mm-hmm. I got Ecclesiasticus 10:9. Why is earth and ashes proud? There is not a more wicked thing than a covetous man. For such an one setteth his own soul to sell, because while he liveth, he cast away his bowels. See, this man do whatever it takes, even if it's to make himself or his loved ones look bad for that money, man.
That's what he worships.
Mm-hmm. And you, Jakes, y'all follow that same vibration. That's why y'all quick to kill y'all brother who owe you $10, man. Or you quick to kill your brother that pushed your lining back on your lining, man.
Stop it.
Yeah, that dude pulled that strip. He ain't kill him, but he went out and got a pistol, came back in and tried to rough Jake up, talking about because his hair got pushed back. You see, that's the time we living in. We living in a very cold time, man.
Little miniature wax cold.
Yeah.
Your hair can grow back.
Yeah.
You can't grow back that barber's life. But see, y'all that resorts, you know where that come from? Emotion. You so quick to follow your emotions, get into anger over some bullshit, your hair will grow back. And when it grows back, just don't go back to that barber. It's just that simple.
Exactly.
You know how many barbers when I first moved to Louisville? Until I found a barber that's cool, that I'm cool with? Mm-hmm. Now imagine I first moved to Louisville and I'm killing all the barbers who don't cut my hair right. I wouldn't be here teaching. I'd be sitting in the cell mad at myself for being stupid. Like this young man's about to experience.
Mm-hmm. Like you gonna be in jail. And Jake, he like to be looked at as the bad guy, so he gonna be in there proud as hell. Nigga was fucked up my hair, man. I had to take him out.
See,
that's a bitch move.
That's gonna show the OGs you're not smart.
Yeah.
And they're gonna stay away from you because you're stupid, you're impulsive, and you're emotional. Those three, that's like kryptonite to a man. Being jealous, being impulsive, being emotional. That takes away from your manhood. You just don't understand. Giving into emotion like this. That's why the elders always strongly, they always push ruling over your spirit. Mm-hmm. Because your spirit will save you from all the perils that jealousy and emotion will get you into.
That flesh.
Exactly.
That fucking flesh.
You don't know how to weigh things out in the balance. If I shoot this man, I'm going to jail. Okay, I don't want to go to jail. So let me just not let my hair grow back and just don't go back to that barber.
And the charges was going to be heavy because it was 2 kids in there.
And it was
There
premeditated.
was 2 kids and there was another guy in there. And the guy really wanted to jack him up, but he ain't want to jeopardize the other guy getting shot. But dude really didn't want to shoot anyway. He was sweet. He just came in to flash that gun, man.
And what's the point of that? Now, they still gonna call the police on you. See?
You gotta control your anger, man.
You can't move in this world wisely if you're impulsive, if you're emotional. You can't. It's just a matter of time before somebody take you out because you're doing too much. Just don't go back to the barber, fool.
Mm-hmm.
Stay your ass at home if you that impulsive.
Man.
Anybody can push your buttons and make you get yourself in trouble. That's the danger of being impulsive. You don't pick your own battles. You let your battles pick you.
Mm-hmm.
Now everybody knows all I got to do to piss this man off is push a certain button in sequence, and now he turned up on stupid.
Mm-hmm. That's the Proverbs 25 and 28 and the GNT. If you cannot control your anger, you are as helpless as a city without walls, open to attack, man. And you can be spiritually attacked too, man. And a spirit of vengeance to get up in you and you done fucked around and took somebody out. Now you in jail.
And being impulsive and emotional.
Not being able to control your emotions.
In your fields.
Like Esau. Put that blood code in and be ready to flip out. You ready to flip out. As soon as you push that code in on this nigga activated, he ready to go shoot schools up and all of that.
Yeah. This is how you know you're dealing with an Edomite. I don't care what they look like. This is how you know you're dealing with an Edomite. Tell them they're going into captivity.
Ooh, wait.
And watch their reaction. Watch that impulsive anger that surfaces.
Watch that pale turn completely red.
And watch how he just throws racist slurs at you. Watch how they accuse you of being racist, being hateful, hate speech. All of these mechanisms created in Babylon as defense mechanisms for Esau. If he resorts to these tactics, that's an Edomite in spirit all day. But if they agree and they say, well, yeah, we deserve it, and it could be a chance they could be an Israelite because there is some righteousness in there somewhere. Not much. So this is how you know. That's why we don't go by appearance. We're going to test them waters.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to put in that blood code and see what happens.
Facts.
Man, how we going to test y'all, man? This thing is spiritual. It's not, it's not just looks only. You got to, if you don't have spiritual discernment, this might not be the job for you because you're going to go off. So until they prove their spirit, we know how to test the spirit by the spirit. Then once you prove who you are, we're going to read your rights. We're going to read you your rights. You have the right to go into captivity for what you did against the children of Israel and the children of Judah. And ain't nothing, no lawyer going to get you out of this. No amount of money is going to get you out of this. No judge that you pay off is going to get you out of this. No cricket cop is going to get you out of this. Nothing. And then after your 1,000 years captivity, that's it. The earth gonna be back restored to its full balance.
Yeah. Everything is gonna be that John 3:16 world. Everything is gonna be back in its original format, orderly arrangement. Everything is gonna be put back in the way it was supposed to be, man. And Israel is gonna rule over it. Like it says in the scriptures, Israel is the world without end. When you go to that world in that scripture, it goes into ruling forever. And ever and ever and ever, man.
So live it up, Edomites. Because this the best it's ever gonna be for you. From this point on, it's only gonna get worse.
Mm-hmm.
So it ain't gonna be this ain't gonna end like y'all movies. Where Edom might just come through and save the day and y'all stay in rulership. No, that only happens in the movies. This is the Lord's movie. Ain't no Edomite directing this.
Nah.
Where y'all come out on top at the end. No. Ain't no Edomite coming through to save the day. Ain't no Edomite coming through to disarm the bomb at the last minute. Down to 0.2 seconds and shit. No, none of that. This is not an Edomite movie. This is the Lord's movie.
Mm-hmm.
And if the Lord has decreed that you go into captivity, that's what's gonna happen.
Mm-hmm. We close right there, bro.
So eat your Wheaties, man. Get ready for captivity. We need y'all. We need you strong, baby. Remember, you said you were superior, so we need some superior people
Yeah, get some Brock Lesnar's out here.
to tend to these vineyards and to be servants and handmaids. We need only the superior, baby. And that's you, E. The best of the best. The best of the heathens. That's what we looking for. So with that, we want to give all honor, glory, and praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Kakadash. Double honor to the apostles, double honor to the elders, the bishops of Great Millstone, teach us this truth daily. Wow,
Shalom.